Okay, so it is August MVP, Coochie Meow Meow Wow Wow. Now, when you think wow wow, it's usually like wow wow, like shit is crazy, she is fire. Yeah, that's exactly it. So I was just describing to the girls this feeling that I have coming into August. Um, I don't know, I don't know who I used to be. I don't know her anymore. I don't recognize her. I don't recognize her journals. I don't recognize her writings. I don't recognize her trauma because I've done so much work to release her. I no longer live there anymore. But I don't know where I'm going. I'm not quite there yet. Like Alice is down the hole. I'm kind of at the tea party. I haven't met the queen. I don't know where I'm going. Like I don't know the Alice that has her muchness, okay? But I know I'm not where I used to be anymore. So like in your Candyland game when you get to the Taffy Swamp, I kind of feel like I'm in the Taffy Swamp. Okay? And when you're in the Taffy Swamp, you have two choices. You can sink or you can jump the fuck out, grab a rail, and pull yourself out. What are you going to do? You guys aligned yourself. You recognized your cauldrons. You aligned yourself. You've done all this work with alignment. You came into July and you did all this work of rebirthing yourself. Cool. But when we're children, we don't know who the fuck we are, right? We're all kind of children right now. We all have a lot of maiden energy if that is where we were, okay? So I want you to understand this. Give me 1 second. Ashley, I'm going to make you host. Is that okay? So you can let everybody in. So when we're doing this and we're moving in this energy, what we most need to recognize is it is okay to not be okay. But you have to be thankful every day that you're here, that you've made the leap, you've made the walk, you've done the work to come here. So I want you really to look at August as a map. Dora, you are here. Where here is, I don't know for you. Are you more affirmed in what you want to be? Have you figured some things out? Have you connected with a deity? You're seeing in the upcoming month, we're going to have a connection to deity class. We're going to have a niche class. Then we're going to move into the sacredness of the exile goddess. If you don't understand who the exile goddess is yet, she's the magical woman. She's the healer. She's the witch. Ladies, we are going on a witch hunt. And the witch we are finding is the witch in you. I want you to redefine what the word witch means to you. Does it mean vulva? Does it mean strega? Does it mean bruja? Does it mean healer? Does it mean mystical? Does it mean fucking seer? Does it mean empress? What is this witch that you call yourself? Is it just goddess? Are you just goddess? But who are you? You need to decide who you are this month. I am throwing at you. I am just fucking pounding you this month with opportunities to do discovery work. You know, I don't do this very often. I don't throw this much at you very often, but it is very important before we go in and reclaim our sacredness in the beginning of the Burr months, in this Mabon where we're harvesting with full abundance, dining, celebrating, communing with ourselves as a goddess, that we understand who the fuck we are. The first part of you understanding who the fuck you are is understanding your inauthenticness. Okay? There's things about us in our magical work that are inauthentic. All of us taste yucky sometimes. All of us, not just one of us, all of us. We all have a yuckiness in our magic that's just not right. You know, add salt, add pepper, add sugar, right? Sometimes it's we get wrapped up in the process. Sometimes we get wrapped up in the things. Sometimes we get wrapped up in the community rather than the solidarity. So don't mistake the beautiful forum community for solidarity. And this is what I'm going to say, and it is going to piss people off, and I am going to hashtag it with this. I said what I said. If you are not there with an authentic heart, an authentic movement to be part of your sisterhood, please leave. I don't want anybody there because they feel that's where they fucking belong. I don't want anybody there because they just need to see if there's going to be something for them. I want you there because you genuinely want to give, contribute, and participate. If you don't want to do those things, get out. I'm sorry, get out. I don't want to hear, I can't find this. I don't know this. When's this happening? You know when things are going to happen from now on? When we fucking feel they're ready. That's when things are going to happen. When the magical timing aligns. Those are the kind of women that are going to build this tribe. We are messy. We are unorganized. Some of us are salty. Some of us are salty bitches. Some of us are sugar. Some of us are spice. But all of us have a core of pure magic. I know this to be true because I know so many of you. And sometimes when you write me and it takes me 2-3 days to get back to you, I understand your frustration. I understand. But I need a little grace. Just like you need some grace sometimes, the people who are running this shit show, they need a little grace too. So this is what I'm asking. Let's travel this path of authenticity through August. Let's travel this path of fire. We're going to try a new kind of release. We did the down and birthing ourselves, and that was a fucking powerful full moon. This full moon, I'm going to give you a little different kind of release. I'm going to have you wrap yourself in a blanket. I'm going to have you love yourself, and I'm going to have you speak authentically to the little you inside of you and tell her it's okay. You are where you are right now, and you will go stronger, and you will be okay. It is okay that you're afraid of the things that go bump in the dark. It is fine that you're afraid of that goddess connection that you don't understand yet. It is okay you have that dream that wakes you at 3:00 in the morning. You grab the side of the bed and go, what the fuck is happening? It is okay. Those are good things, okay? Not everything we see in our walk is terrifying. Not everything we see in our walk is a hindrance. And stop allowing other people to influence how you do your magic. Okay? I love and honor and respect all of you. And when you come to me and you're like, Sissy, whatever you tell me, I'm going to do. I sometimes feel like saying, you go put a clown nose on, run around outside and yell, I'm a witch. And see if you'll actually fucking do it. Because you shouldn't. You should do magic that is authentic to you. Today, authentic to me was lighting my fire. It's like 100 degrees here. But that fire had to be lit for me to teach tonight. I needed that fire in that cauldron. I needed that energy to access, to feel better. I'm not well. And when my body's not well, my spirit works twice as hard to work. Do you understand? Some of you have serious medical issues, but your magic is still there waiting. You know, think of your current magic like the Shire, okay? You're sitting in the Shire, you have that round little door outside your house if you're lucky, okay? If you live in the round door house, okay? And you're very comfortable and you're at ease where you are right now. Oh, so I've done all this work and I'm good and I'm sitting here and I'm okay. No, we're going to leave now. I'm about to hand all of you a golden ring and we're going to leave. We're going to leave and we are going to leave with the utmost zeal and gratitude for the journey. We're going to go find what kind of witch you are. We're going to go find your niche. We're going to go find your spark. And most of all, we're going to have to find what fucking makes you happy. Some of you are doing magic that doesn't make you happy. Today, out of nowhere, my husband came in the house. He goes, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm baking bread. Why? Because it made me happy. That's what I needed today. I needed to cook. I needed to come back to life. I needed to medicate myself and mend myself. Alchemy takes many forms, sisters. Many, many forms. For me, it's creative energy. It's a new set of oracle cards. It's 2 loaves of bread. It's a resetting of my altar. It's burning the fuck out of things that I once thought were important. It's making a stack of shit for the C market that I throw up in the LHC shit store and blow it out for $3 a piece and give you guys books and books and books. I want it gone. This shit is clouding my growth. There is nowhere to sit and spread out my fucking paper and write. It is time to clear. I have burr coming up, and I am about to burr the fuck out of myself. I'm about to write, create, announce from the tippy tops of the trees, I am a witch. I am right here. If you're looking for me, patriarchy, I am right here. I am fucking ready for you. In my belief system and Chris's belief system, vulvas traveled and we brought the magic to people. All we asked was a good meal and a place to sleep. That's all we needed. Believe me, if I'm in your neck of the woods, the call may come and say, hey, what are you doing? Want to have lunch? Because I love to fucking eat. And if you want to do magic with me, you better like to fucking eat because we're going to eat, okay? We're going to eat a lot. That is my shit. I craft, I'm shoving pretzels. I'm writing, I'm eating. I have french fries. I have fucking cheese. I have fucking meat. I have fucking vegetables, but I am eating because I got to put fuel in my tank to make my magic work. Okay? So stop denying yourself. Stop denying yourself these pleasures that you love because somebody's telling you they're not okay. Find things that are healthy for you and do them in moderation. So what are we going to do with authenticity? Okay. So I gave you these waxing moon movements, okay? Did you all see those in the thing? I know we used back the old, I call her Gertie. This is Gertie because she's nice and sturdy. Gertie's sturdy and I can cut her with my Cricut. That's why she lives in my computer because she's my sturdy Gertie. So I put Gertie in all my stuff at the house. So if there's something new in the house that I don't want my husband to take out, I put Gertie on her. So I have like a whole bunch of black Gerties cut out from my Cricut and I rub her on. And he goes, well, can I take these scissors? I'm like, nope, they're Gertie scissors. You can't have them. They're Gertie scissors. Okay, so look how sturdy Gertie is. Okay. But you see at the center of Gertie, she's always growing, right? Okay. So you're going to write statements of manifesting. Now, I'm sure you went through to the bottom of the packet and you saw the 369. If you're not familiar with 369, this is a Tony Robbins taught method. Okay. We all know that Tony Robbins is my hall pass. Anything ever happens to Eric, ladies, I'll be leaving you and joining the cult. Have a great life. Sorry, it's over. I would follow that man into heaven. Yes, churches. I would follow him. Okay. That's how much this man has changed my life. Okay. His methods are tried and true. So when we're thinking of the statements of manifestings and affirmations to support your magic, these are, I am strong. I am whole. I am worthy. These are I am statements, not I wish I was. I want to be. No. This magic is not birthday time. We're not making wishes. We're making clear, authentic fucking statements. Just because we walk around with candles doesn't mean we're making wishes. Do you see this? This is not a fucking birthday candle. This is a big ass candle. If you're coming to my house and we're doing this for my birthday, you better know we're going to have a long night at that fire and you better have your dancing shoes on because we also got a case of wine sitting by the door. Do you understand? This is a fucking manifesting candle. This is my abundance candle for you guys on full moon. I'm not burning a release candle. No. I am setting abundance for this movement of you reclaiming your name witch. That is what we're doing here. Everybody always says to me, Sissy, do you know what you're doing? I fucking know. For once, I fucking know. Okay? You're going to take a good long look at the people, the places, the possessions, the obsessions you have in your life currently. What are things you're obsessed with? What are things you need to see every day? What are things you need to do every day? Who are people you need to talk to every day? And who are people you don't talk to anymore? Why don't you talk to them? Is it because they contradict your opinion at every point and you're tired of defending yourself? That's a very good possibility. I have a little witch tip for you. If someone doesn't accept you for who you are, and the statement is you're a witch and I love you, doesn't matter what you believe, Those are not people for your life. My own mother says, I love you. I don't like what you do, but I love you. Do you understand? Yes, that's a little toxic. I will admit it's a little toxic, but it's her movement in a right direction for her growth where she is at. And I respect the little pea pod she is. She's growing. It's going to take time. This is a lot to adjust to. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to adjust when Caroline comes to me and goes, I am more magical than you are. I'm going to be like, yeah, I believe that. Whoa, back up. Like, you can have it, honey. You good. I'm good with that. Okay. So when you have these moments, reevaluate those people. We do not need to banish. We do not need to cord cut. We do not need to bury people. We do not need to fuck up people. We do not need to hurt people. We need to release them with love. Thank you for being part of my life. Thank you for being part of my journey. Now I'm going to put you in my not so often file right here in my releases. Make a little box with their name and some fond memories you did with them and keep that box closed because you never know when you release with love if they will rebound with understanding. You need to understand this. It is a cycle for you, but it is also a cycle for other people. When people see how you've changed, because you're going to change, when you add love to your witchcraft, it is going to change you. It is going to change your heart. It is going to change your soul. It is going to change your mind. And you know what comes with love? Yes, anger. Yes, anger. Because I love them so much. Why can't they just fucking leave me alone? I'm not bugging them. Why are they bugging me? Take a good look at why they're coming back to bug you. Because you probably look different to them. You probably shine different to them. You were probably an ugly, like green Christmas light that was like losing its shine. And then all of a sudden you're a bright red one. And they're like, look at her. She's so pretty now. She's so nice. She's so happy. She's so balanced. She's got everything under control. I want her back in my life now. So I don't know if you want to hear this, but sometimes you're a little toxic. I'm just going to pause for effect right now because, being called toxic is pretty triggering for some people. Okay. I'm very toxic at times because I cannot fucking tolerate disrespect any longer. It triggers me and it makes me angry. And it's not disrespect of me. It's disrespect of people I care about and I love and I support. You can say what you want about me. I'm a big girl. Don't you fuck with my circle. When someone comes after me and says nasty things about me, I'm like, cool, that's all right. I got broad shoulders. I'm good. But don't attack other people. That's not cool. And that's my main concern in the witch world right now. There's a lot of tear down going on right now and not a whole lot of build up. That's why at the heart of me, I mean, I know I got big boobs and a big ass, but I got a big heart. Okay. And the heart of me right now is sitting in the situation of next Monday, I'm done. A part of me dies next Monday. That part that you see every morning on Facebook and you'll see the post, but you're not going to see me live on Facebook anymore. That's going to be on the website. You want that? You're going to have to go to the website. I've decided instead of continuing and fighting with videos and getting the load, I'm going to take on a podcast. So I'm going to talk 2 times a week on a podcast and do that. So you guys can go about your day and listen to a podcast. And then if you have questions, there'll be a little area where you can hit click and fucking comment and say things and do what you want to do with that podcast. Okay. I'm trying to take this to a point where I'm not toxic. And I notice on Facebook, I'm hijacked. I'm angered and I'm pissed off. And I don't want to do it anymore. Authentic sissy doesn't want to look like that. I don't want that to be who I am. And I'm emotionally hijacked in that community. A lot of you are emotionally hijacked in a lot of places in your life. Recognizing it and correcting the behavior is going to be some of the hardest shit you do. That took a lot of writing to figure that shit out. And a lot of asking my friends, what do you think is the best way to do this? How do you think is the best way for me to handle myself? What do you think is, and one girl said to me, I think you're great for a podcast. The shit that comes out of your mouth's great. Do your podcast. The girls will love it. It's something they can do. I like TikTok, but I just think TikTok's becoming just trash too, like Facebook. I love it, but I think it's going down that route. It's just another way for people to be toxic. So let's talk about this. How do we remove those things with love? Like I said, this ritual, I'm going to send you some quick notes on it. You're going to do it yourself. This is not going to be a hard one. You're not going to have to be outside. I know it's like 150 degrees where some people live. I know for some of us, we're praying for rain. It's really bad in a lot of areas. So let's just consider this an inside the health of your home situation. Your home should be your sacred nest. Wherever you lay your head, you should rest with peace. It shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be in a difficult situation for you to sleep. You need to create a sacred space where you sleep. Okay. And I know for some of you sleep with a spouse, so it's going to be hard to do this ritual there. So figure out how you're going to do it in a peaceful place where you can wrap yourself in your favorite blanket. You can light a candle. Doesn't have to be done at night, ladies. You have a 3-day window, okay? Just sit there, write a little bit, and take realization of those people, places, things, obsessions that no longer feed your soul. And then I want you to give your inner child, which is who really needs to come out for this. In order for you to become the witch you need to be, the maiden inside of you needs to be secure enough to move forward. And right now, a lot of our maidens are very unsure of where they are. And they're too scared to say what they are. Because in every past life, they had to be. I want you to release one major aspect on this moon. I will not be afraid to claim my magic. If you are in the closet, I encourage you, this is your time to come out. I am coming to you with an open heart as a woman who's done this in a very Christian community. You have to do this for yourself. I made it so belligerent and spoken when I marked my arms that I knew I couldn't come back. I did it on purpose. You have to make your own step. Some of you have been out and have been out for years, but for some of you, you're very quiet about your beliefs. And I understand. I understand your trauma. I understand where you've sat. I understand your pain. But you at least need to say this to yourself. You need to say, I release myself from the binds of other people's impressions. You need to unbind yourself in this moon. And the only way to do that is to get the little girl out of the closet, cut the tape on her mouth, untie her hands, and set her free. Some of you are living in a kidnapped version in your own head. Something holds you hostage and you don't even know what it is. Every goddess that will come to you to work with you will set her hands out and go, will you follow me? Will you work with me? I mean, I like when they come to me and go, would you like to form an alliance? And I'm like, yes, I would. Some of them I'm like, yes, I would. And then some of them I'm like, I'm not so sure. I'm not so. I have negotiated a contract before with a goddess, new lifetime, new span here. When Lucifer's daughter comes to you and says, would you like an alliance? I'm like, we need a contract because you seem to take a lot more than you give. Do you understand what you're working with here? Some of you throw out and go, I'm going to work with Hecate. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up and wait a minute. You better know what you're getting into. That bitch be crazy. Okay? Some of you, Lilith comes in and you're like, I'm going to work with Lilith forever. Please don't do that. She's going to tear you the fuck apart. Some of these goddesses are a moment. Other goddesses are a lifetime. But they all serve their purpose. Do you understand? Their lessons, their stories, their eulogies, their deaths, their lessons, their lifelong obsessions are your strength. And what we don't understand is until we grab the lesson, take a bite from it, which is the knowledge, chew it up, and sit on it for a little while, we don't understand how that lesson applies to us. We all grew up with fairy tales and Bible stories. I mean, I lump them all together now that I'm older, but fairy tales and Bible stories, all those great fictional stories we were told as children. Because I highly doubt there were fucking mosquitoes on the ark. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to fucking hear it. Okay. End of story. There's my point. That's why I can tell you Bible stories aren't real. Nobody would put a fucking mosquito on the ark. I don't believe it. Lies. I tell you lies. Okay. So you are eating this information. You're processing it. I want you to do the same thing with yourself. What are these stories you tell yourself about yourself that you have processed to so many times believe they're true? My grandma used to say something when I was a little kid about another woman in the church. Now that I'm older, I realize how fucking nasty it was what she said. But when I was little, I was like, oh, that's what she said. She lies so much, she fucking believes herself. Oh, dude, that's fucking harsh, okay? My grandma would say this about a woman in her church and like hold her hand in Sunday. I'm like, whoa, this bitch crazy. My grandma was fucking savage. So I'm sitting back going, this bitch was savage. But think about the lies we tell ourselves to make ourselves feel okay. And it's not okay. Bitch, I'm going to tell you, sister to sister, that's not okay. I'm like, oh, these jeans, case in example, these size 15 jeans up here in the closet, they're going to fit someday. No, they not. No, they not. It's time they leave. No, they're not. They're not going to fit ever, 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 ever. Unless I go to Mexico and have a little surgery, take a little vacation, them jeans are never going to fucking fit, okay? My ass has clearly widened past the point of return on them jeans, okay? So when you're doing these things, let's be realistic about where we're sitting. What lies have you accepted as truths that are not necessary? Tam and I were talking the other day in the Lamas thing. We accept the bare minimum from people and we're happy with it. That's not okay. That's not fucking okay. I am worth more than the bare minimum. Tam is worth more than the bare minimum. I can sit in classes with other people and just glean the things I need from it when I feel it's an inauthentic teacher. No, I can't. I am spoon feeding myself poison because there's this part of me that thinks this person is full of shit. So how can this person that I think is full of shit give me anything to learn? Same thing is with me. You sit in a class with me and you think I'm full of shit, please leave. Because I'm not helping you. There's nothing I can do for you. There's nothing I can foster in you. There's nothing I can help in you because the process that you believe about yourself and that other entity in a learning situation fucking matters. It fucking matters. Same thing in a friend circle. If you have friends in your circle that you do not think are supportive and pushing you forward to better, girl, you need to rethink your friend circle. Remember, as we get older, it's quality, not quantity. I made a TikTok today and it says, if you know Olivia Newton-John from Xanadu, you're a witch. If you know Olivia Newton-John from Greece, you're still in fucking high school. I said what I said. Some people can't get out of that mentality. They have to be fucking mean girls. Now I'm the first one guilty of it. I have girlfriends, and the first thing I call them, I'm like, oh bitch, I got some tea. I got some fucking tea. And it's usually about my kids. Talking to her because she knows my kids. Okay. That's natural. That's you and your besties. But when you go into a group of 20 women and everybody's doing that shit, is that okay? I don't think it's okay. If we're going to be divine feminine, we need to step up. We need to straighten our crowns. We need to straighten our sister's crown. And when something happens like that and everybody's pissed about something, Let's not bring the broken parts of yesterday into today. Let's let them there. Let's start fresh. We are going to a website. We are getting a fresh site. Do you understand? We are getting a fresh start for the circle. You are getting a fresh start in August. We're going to find the most authentic you. We are going to support this authentic you. You're even going to make yourself a little declaration of you at the end of this month for new moon. You know, Jeanette does these really cool artistic things. I might be able to talk our Jeanette into maybe leading us in a a little make your own goddess class where you paint or create or talk, because she's like really a good artist. I'm just saying. I mean, I might have a mermaid on my altar from her. I'm not bragging or anything, but I do. And she's really nice. And I named her Deucey because she's my little sea goddess, my little Gorgon, and I love her. And it's so funny because every time I look at her, all I see is how uniquely beautiful she is. The same is when I come into a Zoom with you guys and I see your faces. I see how uniquely beautiful you each are. And I think you forget how uniquely beautiful you are because you look at the same thing in the mirror every day. I know because I do it myself. I look in the mirror and I go, well, this is the best it's going to get. Because I don't want to go get my hair cut. I don't want to take time. I'm kind of wallowing in self-pity. My teenage daughter is leaving me. My other daughter's going to school. I got to go back to working my fucking ass off every day for the cauldron. And all the fun is leaving my house. The laughter is leaving. And I'm sad. I'm sad my daughter is going to college because if you've ever been on the phone with me and you hear my daughters in the background, that's the life in my house. It's leaving. And I have to find a way to be okay with being me. Every mother goes through this. Every woman goes through this. I'm asking as a group, we go through this together this August, and we support each other through this. It's going to be hard. So in order to be authentically happy, we all need to be authentically sad together too. And that vulnerability is going to be the hardest thing that we go through this moon phase. So we talked about this. We talked about people. We talked about places. You have all these great things to look at. Sissy writes all this awesome bullshit in these PDFs. You won't know how to read. I don't have to read for you. I want to talk about 369. Okay. It's better than 248. Who do we appreciate? 369 is all this shit is going to be mine. Okay. That's how I want you to think about 369. All this shit will be mine. Okay. Maybe not the way Tony Robbins teaches it, but buckle up. Here we fucking go. Okay. I want you to write the clear intention 3 fucking times. I want you to use 3 different colors of ink. I want you to use 3 different pieces of paper. I want you to do it at 3 different times. I don't want you to sit and all do this all at once. I want this to be an intentional, repetitive exercise. Then, when you're wrapped up in that blanket and you're loving yourself, I want you to speak this intention 6 times. I want you to speak it with every last bit of your little black heart. You got it? All that doubt, I want it out. I want you to say it. I want you to go in the shower. I want you to dance it out. I want you to do whatever you need to do. You got a drum. I want you to drum it out. I want you to give life to these words. Might be a great idea for one of these 3 times to do it in your computer and print it the fuck out. So you have it to look at. Here comes the best part of the 369. You're going to write what your life's going to look like. You are going to write the clear statement. You are going to get your purple crayon out, Harrietta, and you're going to write your future. Just like the fucking fortune teller at the local carnival. But you're the author of your future. What are you going to see happen? I don't know how to do 9 things. Okay, calm down, okay? Because I know that was coming. I'm a little stuck. I don't know. I'm lost. I'm so frustrated. I know it's coming, okay? So calm down. We're going to handle it now, okay? So that's the first time I did it. I'm like, this is so fucking confusing. My head's going to pop off, okay? I want you to take September. Pick 3 things. October, pick 3 things. November, pick 3 things. Keep in mind, Samhain is the start of your new year. Okay, so November should be filled with all those restitutions, reciprocations, all those things you need to do should happen in October to manifest this great shit in November. Do you understand? So when you're eating turkey, I want you to go back and look at this journal entry and go, bitch, I am fabulous. Look at all this shit I've accomplished. And have an extra piece of pie because you fucking did it. Do you understand? You are going to have something to celebrate when all your family's doing their politically incorrect festivities. Okay. You're going to be able to sit back in your chair and be like, okay, all you really bad people over there celebrating this holiday that we shouldn't probably be celebrating, but we do it anyway. This is what I've accomplished in the last 3 months. I want you to start having an authentic experience of accomplishment in your craft because that's what you're missing. So many of you jump off the wagon because your wagon's dragging. You're not seeing differences. You're not seeing changes. You're like, fuck it. What does it matter? And then you get to be the inconsistent witch. She's still pretty, but she's not reliable. Okay. She's like that sister that has great tits and good legs and looks great in a party dress, but you never know if she's going to show up when you need your fucking kids watched. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You don't want to be that witch. You want to be the hag with the pulled back hair and the wart on her nose and everybody goes, she'll be here. I know it. I'll ask her to light a candle because everything will be all right. That's what you're thinking about, okay? So we need to find this way of becoming more confident and dependable in our craft for ourselves and our sisterhood. Got it? The portal is more than just one day. You good, okay? This portal works a long time. That's why you're all feeling fucked up right now. So before, I want to touch on the portal here for 1 second, okay? Yes, 888. August 8th at 8 p.m. Coming in, okay? Awesome sauce. If you did it, awesome sauce. Here's what I want you to think about and consider. This is how I'm viewing this portal, okay? I believe this portal is opening us up to a deeper view of our lives in a more dimensional aspect, okay? So think about where you were, was a previous spot in your craft where you're comfortable. Then we did the rebirth. When you're in a rebirth, you have flashbacks and momentary glimpses into other parts of yourself, okay? Things you might have tried. You're like, oh, I remember reading that book once upon a time. Maybe I'll revisit that. Oh, I have this deck. Maybe I'll revisit this deck. What I think is happening in this portal, I can't explain the lapses in time for myself, the extreme tiredness, the feeling of not belonging where I'm at, knowing people I don't know, like out in public, and I see somebody and I know them. And I don't know how I know them, but I don't know them from this lifetime. I know them from another lifetime. I'm sensing things about them that reminisce to something I know before. I think this portal is giving you a glimpse of your past lives in tangible reality. And I think for some people, this is very terrifying. In order for the divine feminine to come about, we need to know who we are. And I think this is the goddess going, this is who you are. Fucking remember. Would you fucking remember? And she keeps throwing the signs at you. So I want every time you have one of those feelings till new moon, dark moon, new moon in this month, I want you to write them down and I want you to make a list of them and I want you to view them and consider them. Like we do when they give out the Academy of Motion Picture Awards, you consider this film. I want you to consider this month for digestion, for when you're writing your new interpretation of yourself. What are you feeling you're good at? What are you sensing you're good at? What are you sensing you no longer want to be involved in? These are important things to take note of. I've noticed a lot of things in the last couple of days that I thought were closed for me that are hanging wide open now. Things that I had no desire to walk back into, I'm looking at going, maybe that's something I need to do. Maybe that's something I need to look into. And I've had things open that I was working on, deleted the files and threw them away. That is not something I need. That is not something I want. And you get a lot of emails every day. You get a lot of emails from me every day. Okay. Sorry about that. But when you get these emails, there's always things attached to them. Understand what I attach to your emails are spirit driven. I go through my computer and I listen. And she goes, that one right there, send it. So if you get something from me as an extra with something, look at it and consider it. It might not be for all of you. It may be for one of you, but one of you needed it. These things that you have to be open to when you agree to accept yourself again as a magical practitioner, worker, reader, whatever you choose to be, you have to give permission to the universe to be used. If you do not want to be used for the divine feminine, please step back now and shut yourself off, because that's where we're all going. You are going to be reaching out. You are going to be testifying. You are going to be assisting. You are going to be speaking, and you're going to turn around and go, this is not me. What the fuck happened? What is going on? What am I thinking? Guess what? You're on a new plan now, girlfriend. Picking up and all of you like, hex the patriarchy, fuck the patriarchy. When you're hexing the patriarchy, you have jumped on the divine feminine wagon. That's where you are. Congratulations. Here is your coat. You are now part of the fucking magical girl gang. And that's what we do here. We stand up and we hold our space. And we hold space for those who are not strong enough to hold their space. And you will come across women that once you step into your divine feminine and you see how weak they are going to piss you off. They are going to majorly piss you off. And you're going to look at them and go, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with this bitch? Be still. Be calm. Listen for her inner child, because I bet she's screaming and she needs some help. She's still in the closet with her mouth taped and her hands tied together. Because someone has conditioned her to sit down, be pretty, and be fucking nice. And she isn't through it yet. Everybody's on a different level, and everybody's traumas will trigger shit in you. Yes, ladies, I'm working on Redbubble for hoodies. I promise I'm on it. I'm busting my ass for it right now. So when you think about these things, I really want you to step up into this new level of you. And you're all like, Sissy, I can't fucking step up one more level, bitch. You're killing me. Okay, listen, Linda. We need to go one more, okay? One more. You got to stay with me, okay? Then we all will have the cupcake, okay? Then we all have cupcakes. Listen, we have got to get to this point where we are compassionate, powerful, and knowledgeable. Do you understand? That's what August is triggering for us, okay? Now, everybody says to me, Sissy, there's a lot of shit coming up. How am I going to afford all this shit? I'm going to tell you what August has bought you. Are you ready? August has bought you September free. So if you're an MVP in August, you will be an MVP in September. It has also bought you the opportunity to join the Exile Goddess for $20 off. The Exile Goddess is only going to be $50. Okay, so you guys will get in at the 30. You guys, niche will not be required for Exile Goddess. It will help. But if you don't want to do it, I'm really hoping a lot of new brooms will take niche, because I'd really like to help new brooms get a little bit better on their broom, get seated a little better and comfortable in their craft. But coming into MVP, you guys are going to get a lot of benefits this month. I told you this month was important. This is the month that's going to set you up. So you guys will get September. You will also get a private crack at a set that I'm doing that only will go out to this group. So they will be small kits, like $15, $20, but they're going to have some pretty intense oils and herbs for you. Okay. Because you're going to need them when we do Hex the Patriarchy in September. Because this group is going to do it together. Not because we want to hurt anybody, we are going to bind them so the divine feminine can be born. We need to buy ourselves a window till Samhain, that 30-day window, to manifest ourselves into the strength we need to be. Do you understand? This isn't a matter of hurting anybody. I have never led a hexing ritual ever publicly. But this is not about hurting anyone. This is about allowing for us to have space. It is a time turner ritual. We are going to pause the progression for a window and give ourselves time. Believe it or not, goddesses, if you get really good at controlling your energies and really good at aligning your chakras, you can pause time and make more. Do you notice when you're in the zone magically, time will slow and you will come out and go, wow, I was only in there 20 minutes. Because you've bent that window. You've created divine space for yourself. We have that ability. And the further in you get, the further into it you will master it. It is an amazing skill. And you will find when you're doing your soul work, it comes very easy. So we're going to work on that concept in September. Because I think divine time bending is very useful. And not a lot of people understand it happens. You would not believe how long a day is when I pack kits in the shed. I will turn around and think it's 5 o'clock and it's only noon. Because I'm lost. I'm lost in the process. I'm lost in the Fae. I'm lost in the creation portal. I've made space for my divine work. You all need to find what your divine work is, and finding our authentic selves in August will help with that. Okay? So we covered 369. We covered authentic. We've covered the release. You'll get a little PDF out probably tomorrow afternoon sometime about your full moon ritual. Okay. So it's the 11th, the 12th, and the 13th. Okay? Pace yourself. Take your time. You don't need to rush it. You don't need to be crazy. You can do it the 10th, 11th, 12th. Sometimes I roll into the 13th depending on what's going on. It's my husband's birthday on the 13th, so I promised him we would do a really good abundance candle for him for his birthday. Yeah. I don't believe in that witchy shit. Can we do a candle for my birthday? So this will be our first year we do a candle for his birthday. I was kind of hoping he asked for some sex magic, but he didn't. I'm a little sad. I'm going to tell him that's how the candle works. Good plan. So do you guys have any questions about what we covered tonight? You're all sitting here like, damn, bitch, that was a lot. I was just expecting a little bit. Melissa.
Yes. Okay. The 369. I'm good with the 3. I'm good with the 6. I'm lost in the sauce on the 9. My question is it that we write out our basic grand future, like long term, or is it just for the next few months?
No, I want you to cover the immediate future. I want you to cover how the divine feminine, how this authentic witch you is going to look and her life is going to be.
So just in the very close future.
Exactly. Like you're going to go to the Reading Terminal Market and you're going to have cannolis, and then you're going to go walk downtown and find amazing things lying on the sidewalk, and you're going to bring them home with you. And you're going to write me and go, Sissy, look what I found on the ground. I'm going to go, oh my God, Melissa, that's awesome. That kind of shit.
Gotcha. So like you said, like through November kind of
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, the other thing I wanted to know is with the forum, I'm having a couple problems with posting and stuff. Should I just email you about that? What my questions
so if
are?
you're having problems with the forum, this is what you need to do. You need to send me an email to the regular thing and I will forward it to Nikki. A lot of the times you need to clean your cache on your phone or your computer, get out, come back in, because it'll remember things from the past and it'll block you out. Wix also has a timer in some servers that only let you stay in so long. So you may have to come back in.
What's happening to me is I go to make a post and I put in where it says, put in the title of your post, and then it won't let me do anything else. It just stays in that frozen mode.
Are you choosing the group it's posted to first?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Make sure you're choosing the group it's to be posted to first, because it will stop you at the title until it knows where it's going.
Okay, I'll look at it closer first.
I had to
yeah.
learn that one the hard way, but if you
Yeah,
get
I'm
into
not good
it,
with that stuff.
if you get
Okay.
into it, Nikki and I'll get you through it. Don't worry about it. We'll
Okay.
figure it out.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Alicia?
Hey, I don't have a question. I just want to say that I've been here before, like this whole thing. I just like thought everything that you said. I've been here, this whole situation. I actually wrote my future last night. The entire future.
Well, I
So-
did this class last night in my sleep. Were you there?
I may have been. And it's crazy though. I'm like, this has never happened before, but the pausing time thing, I do it every time I meditate. I just realized when you said that, that's what I'm doing because I feel like I'm gone for hours. It's been 20 minutes here.
When you go into your divine space and you actually are connecting with your soul,
Yeah,
time will cease. It will hold.
it's amazing. But I
It's-
just wanted you to know that we've done this before.
I'm glad we
Me
have.
and
That way I know we're doing it right because it's the second time around, right?
Exactly. So good job. You're doing great.
Thanks. I work really hard at the second time around. I can correct my
You're great.
mistakes.
You're amazing.
You guys, Marty, sorry, I just saw your hand, hon. Oh, she took it down. Take it down.
Oh no, I'm here. I was looking for the right mute button. I've been
I'm like, oh, you don't want to talk to me tonight?
Yeah.
You too good to talk to
I've
me
been
now?
in training with work all day on my itty bitty laptop they sent me, and I'm like muted all over the place. I woke up singing the Devin Cole TikTok witch song this morning. Like I was singing it in my sleep. I had two questions. This whole time stop thing, I get it too, but can we learn how to do that like in just our mundane life? And make
No, it
time
only works.
extend
It
longer.
only works in your magical life, unfortunately.
And the other thing I've been meaning to ask you is I have a couple of your teas, and I know you mentioned that most of your teas, if not most, if not all, are like for travel. Are any of them, I think I have the vulva tea and then the one from Litha. I have not touched them because I keep on meaning to ask.
They're both travel teas.
Okay, so don't drink them during the day when I have other stuff to do.
Well, you can. You might buy
I mean,
time.
will they keep me well, yeah, since I stopped time. Yeah. I mean, will they keep me awake is what, or more
Okay,
sleep?
so let me explain my teas and how they work to you, okay? So if you have my vulva tea brings you out.
Okay.
So you sit here, but you are over here. My vulva tea will pull you out and let
Okay.
you take a good look at what's going on. It's kind of like taking gummies,
Okay.
like THC gummies. It very much trances you.
Mhm.
If you have a high tolerance for marijuana,
Mhm.
the tea
Marijuana,
will,
I don't, but that sounds very much like ketamine.
yes, very much.
I'd see watch
So
myself.
I
Yeah.
would not do it if you need to be on point for people.
Okay.
Okay. When I drink mine, it's usually to write. And like I see two papers when I write. So if that
Right.
tells you how it works.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
good shit.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like I got a good stash.
Yeah. Okay.
This is a jar that's as big as my head. I just made a fresh batch.
Uh,
So but I use it a lot and it's
Yeah.
very helpful for me. It helps me with anxiety as well.
Yeah.
So if you
could
get
use that.
very anxious in groups of people, have a cup of that before you go. You
Mhm.
feel good. Girl, you be good. You be real good. Yeah. So that's
All right.
definitely, it's not something if you need to be on point.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
H. Pierce. I love that name, H. Pierce. I can't hear you, hun. Are you on? She's unmuted.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Awesome sauce.
I don't have a microphone on that headset. I forgot. So I'm talking to no one. I had a quick question about your tea. I made some based on the keeping her keys or entering Hecate's garden actually. And it was good, but it didn't have quite that same effect. And I'm curious, like I missed buying yours. Is there any chance to find out what's in it?
It's prioritory. But I will tell you, there is a considerable amount of Damiana in my tea.
Okay, I did put Damiana in mine. So that's why I was thinking. I was
No,
wondering if
there
it was
is not a
similar.
little bit of Damiana in my tea. There is a lot of Damiana in my tea. So I'm not gonna, and Dittany. I use a lot of Dittany in my tea.
I put Dittany and Damiana in this tea. I was in, well, hello, the dog says hello.
True Hecate form, right?
Exactly. Seriously. Anyway, I was in Salem and I went to the little shop next to the memorial and just a couple weeks ago, and I got Damiana
Did you
there.
go to the Artemis Apothecary?
Yes, it was
Oh, it's my favorite place in Salem.
it was wonderful. It was like an absolute dream come true. This trip was like totally unexpected, and I never thought
I'm
I'd
so jelly. That's my favorite apothecary in the whole world. Like, you ever want to be like bee's knees witch happy? That's the bee's knees witch happy place.
I was actually there as time realizing it at the time, on the 330th anniversary of the first sisters being, so
It's an awesome place. Yeah. I will look through my recipe and I'll see. I don't use Brennan's books anymore, but I will look at that recipe from the garden and see how close mine is. Mine has a lot of flowers in it too. That might be what's different.
there was yarrow, there was, I could send you an email with exactly what
Okay,
was.
we'll
but it was-
compare it and I'll tell you where I differ. How's that
Cool.
sound?
Yay, thank you.
No problems. Jen?
Yeah, I have the same question regarding the tea. I haven't
Are
drank.
you all getting high on my tea or what's going on here?
No, I was.
We're all afraid to.
I know.
I
I
don't know
seriously
what you're so afraid of. I'm fine.
measurements. What should we do regarding measurements? Because once you started bragging about it, I'm like, oh, shit, am I putting too much?
Well, when
Am
I
putting
made it
too
at
little?
Litha, I put it in one of those sacks that I sent you guys shit in. I threw it in a gallon container and we drank a lot of it. So this is what I'm going to tell you. Just dilute it if it's too much for you. I drink it cold all the time. So I put it in one of the mesh sacks, the baby shower sacks that you put stuff in. Throw it in my thing. I let it go in my big pot, make a real hard, intense concentrate. And I pour like a cup to a gallon in. And then I sweeten it with sugar sometimes.
So like just taking a tablespoon and kind of scooping it and then putting it in like a big, I got a big old massive mug here. So if I were to do that,
You
like,
probably will feel real good. If you have a
all right.
French press, I put about 1.5 inches in the bottom of the French press, fill it with hot water, push it down. I sometimes put pomegranate juice in mine. I
ooh,
use fresh strawberries. I drink that shit all the time.
Okay.
But I'm a hermit. I don't leave the house, Jen. So it's not like
Right.
I'm going to hurt anybody,
right, exactly. Exactly. But I
And
was
Caroline
was
says
like-
I'm way more fun when I drink witch tea. Just saying.
mama's juice. Yeah, I have the tea, but when you were talking about how I had all this mugwort, and I was like, oh my God, am I gonna put too much, too little?
Unless you have a thyroid problem, mugwort is not scary. Thyroid or intense kidney problems, you got to be careful with mugwort.
Okay.
That's the pharmacist in me talking. If you have a heart problem, you should be a little more careful because your heart can be slowed by a lot of things. So just be careful. Makes sense?
Thank you. Thank you.
Anybody else? You're welcome. Okay. So I'm going to close tonight by reading you something, guys. And so when I started my journey as a vulva, I did the close my eyes and I wrote down and I wrote this poem in the front of my journal. I wish to be a self-care sorceress, advocate of my own treatment, provider of my own pain, awareness of my own adversity, holding space for the collective while I cut pieces from my soul to nourish the takers, knowing, holding, and slamming shut the open gate, pull up the drawbridge to the invaders and protect my tribe with my soul. That was my declaration as a vulva. Now you know why I am the vulva of the circle. Because in my quest to find my authentic self in that voyage, countless time I was told to let my tribe go. I was told I am not made to help others. I am made to stand. I am made to stand, take the message, and walk away. My authenticity is a direct defiance of my sole purpose. I want you to understand how intensely I protect my circle. And I want you to understand how intensely I want to see each one of you grow. This is not a game for me. This is not a business for me. I do this because I love this. And I want to see each one of you love your craft the same way. So when I throw something out to you, if it's not for you, I don't take offense. I'm not hurt. I am made to deliver what I'm given and set it in front of you. If you choose to take it, it is your path. It is not my path. I am here for you like a little squirrel yelling, go get it, you got it, go get, drink the tea, come with me, okay? I'm all about that. But my most important quest in this is to be authentic with all of you. So I don't want you to look at this as, oh, Sissy's selling another class. Oh, Sissy's doing, because there may come a month where I look at you all and I go, no class this month, I'm taking a breather. And I will expect you all to be in the forum boosting each other up. Because that's what a sisterhood does. You all need to be authentic of when you need rest. Rest is not laziness. You need to be your own self-care sorceress. You need to weave the magic spell for your wellness. That is not something I can do. That is only something you can do. I thank all of you for being here tonight. I know this is time out of your homes, your families, your lives, but I am truly grateful that you're here. You're all fucking magic because you say you are. Now go out and be so fucking authentic, okay? Love you guys. Have a great night.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.